Ernst Young began as two separate firms. In 1903, Alwyn C. Ernst of Cleveland, Ohio, created the public accounting firm Ernst with his brother. 3 years later, Arthur Young, a native of Scotland, formed the accounting firm Arthur Young and Company with his brother. The progression of each firm was similar, as both men eventually offered business advice as well as accountant services. Ernst developed an operating philosophy that championed the importance of his employees. Young focused his efforts on the professional development of his workers, creating a school for his staff and recruiting new employees from universities. Ernst and Young never met one another, they both died in 1948, only days apart. Alwyn C. Ernst expanded his company to more than 50 locations across the United States and Canada. He introduced the innovative theory that business owners could use existing accounting information to make decisions about the future and the direction of their companies. Ernst was also a trailblazer in his company's international expansion, with a merger between Ernst and the British corporation Winnie, Smith & Winnie in 1979. After the merger, the company was known as Ernst & Winnie. Arthur Young became known as a business advisor as well as an accountant. In 1924, Young & Co. expanded internationally when its leaders forged a business relationship with Broads Patterson & Co., a European firm. In 1966, the company made technological advances when it began using computerized systems. In 1974, the firm named its first female partner. Reports circulated throughout the accounting industry today that two of the biggest firms, Ernst & Winnie and Arthur Young & Company, would soon announce a merger that would create the world's largest accounting firm. The most recent merger situation involving two Big 8 accounting firms arose in 1985, when efforts to combine Price Waterhouse and Deloitte, Haskins & Sells were rejected by partners of the firms. A merger between Arthur Young and Ernst & Winnie would create a vast professional services firm that would be the largest in the world based on a number of criteria. Ernst & Winnie is the world's fifth largest accounting firm, with $2.2 billion in revenues. Arthur Young ranks sixth, with $2.1 billion. Together, their $4.3 billion in revenues would exceed those of the current world leader in billings KPMG/Peat Marwick, which in 1988 had revenues of $3.9 billion. In the United States, the combined firm's $2.02 billion in revenues would be slightly larger than those of the current leader, Arthur Andersen & Company, which last year reported revenues of $1.71 billion. The combined firm would have 2,100 partners in the United States alone. This would place it ahead of Peat Marwick, the current leader, which has 1,900 domestic partners. By analysts' best estimates, roughly 45,000 people would work at a combined firm, and their 500 offices would be spread out in just about every developed nation. One of the biggest reasons for a merger, analysts said, would be to give both firms a greater presence in Europe, where accounting firms are bracing for the formation of a single, unified economy in 1992. Throughout the accounting industry, the sentiment is that size will be essential to attract as audit clients the large, multinational firms that will dominate the European market. Ernst & Young employs more than 190,000 individuals in 2015, with operations in more than 150 countries around the world. It is considered one of the Big Four accounting firms, and Forbes magazine consistently ranks the company among the largest private corporations in America. In July 2013, Ernst & Young adopted EY as its official global brand. If you like this video, please comment, likes and subscribes.